15 minutes to the top of the hour, and a fight over presidential and state powers comes to a head in the courtroom today. A federal judge is going to hear arguments over whether or not President Trump broke the law when he deployed the California National Guard to Los Angeles. News Nation's Mills Hayes was in L.A. when this all happened this summer. She explains the case.
Good morning, Marky. Well, this is a bench trial, so no jury, which means we could have a decision from the judge sometime this week. But this decision could set precedent. If Trump wins, it would make it easier for a president to put troops on the streets of an American city. But let's back up. How did we get here, right? California Governor Gavin Newsom filed a lawsuit against President Trump over his decision to deploy National Guard during anti-ICE protests this summer. I was there on the ground the day the National Guard was deployed. Their purpose to protect federal personnel and property and support law enforcement. Protests were peaceful at times, but I also saw people dig up rocks to throw at police officers. The protests began June 6th after ICE began carrying out immigration raids at work sites around Los Angeles. 2 days later, the president federalized the California National Guard, deploying nearly 5,000 troops and 700 Marines. The president citing Title 10 of the U.S. Code, which allows the president to call in federal service members and the National Guard of any state if considered necessary when there is a rebellion, invasion, or danger of that happening. Trump's federal troop deployment was the first without a governor's request since the civil rights movement. Newsom argues that state forces had the protest under control and is citing another law that forbids the U.S. military from participating in civilian law enforcement on U.S. soil.
California is going to argue that this is a power grab, that this was a fake emergency, that they had everything handled, that everything was under control. The Trump administration is going to come in and say, no, state of California, you weren't policing this well enough. We didn't have any choice but to federalize and put National Guard troops on the ground to help police this.
Judge Charles R. Breyer will hear the case. In a June 12th ruling, he sided with California, ordering the return of the troops to state control. Because of this, legal sources tell me that California may have the upper hand with this judge. Legal sources also tell me this is just the first inning in a long, complicated legal game, and it may go all the way up to the Supreme Court.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our News Nation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.